In this video, I will show the patterns of the past subjunctive. This video follows on from the previous one as we are going to reuse those patterns because the past subjunctive uses the patterns of the present subjunctive to conjugate avoir and être, as we will see in a moment. Also, a link will be placed with this video to the previous one if you have not seen it already. The pattern of using one sound for most of the forms is used with avoir and être. Also, I said that most verbs have the letter I in the nous and vous forms, or they sound like they do. In this case, they use the letter Y. Let's now look at the formation of the past subjunctive. Starting with avoir, the sound that makes most of the forms is A. This gives us j'ai, tu es, il, elle, on est, and the they forms il or la. You may notice that j'ai just so happens to sound like the present tense. The nous and vous forms are nous ayons and vous ayez. Note that even though these use the letter Y, you still have the same sounds of ion and ier, as if they use the letter I like the other verbs, so in speech it makes no discernible difference and consequently makes it a little easier to use. The verb être shares the same pattern. The sound of sois gives us most of the forms. Je sois, tu sois, il, elle, on soit, and il or elle soit. The nous and vous forms use the letter Y, nous soyons and vous soyez. Just like the passé composé or perfect tense, which I like to think of as the have tense, these words are followed by the past participle and are used the same way with the nouns and pronouns. Also, the same rules of changing the past participle in gender and number apply to the past subjunctive. In speech, there are only two versions of the subjunctive with which to concern ourselves, which is easier than some other languages. The present subjunctive is used for actions that occur simultaneously with or subsequently to another action, and the past subjunctive for actions which occur prior to another action. I shall show you what I mean with a few examples. If I wanted to say, I don't think he will do it, then the second action occurs further into the future than me thinking at the present time, so I use the present subjunctive and say, je ne crois pas qu'il le fasse. But if I wanted to say, I don't think he did it, then that second action now occurs further back in time to me thinking, so I use the past subjunctive and say, je ne crois pas qu'il l'ait fait. Note that if I said he did it using the perfect tense, I'd say il l'a fait. So you can see the past subjunctive is as easy as the perfect tense, as you simply say the same thing but with a change of one word. Now I'm using the subjunctive because there are certain verbs that trigger it, which is what I'm using in these examples. So if I wanted to say, he was sorry that you were leaving, then the first action is in a past tense, but the second action occurs at the same time, so you use the present subjunctive and say, il regrettait que vous partiez. But if I wanted to say, he was sorry that you had left, then the action of leaving happened further back in time to the person being sorry, so I use the past subjunctive and say, il regrettait que vous soyez parti. Note the same rules apply to the past subjunctive as they do to the perfect tense, so I would append an S to make it plural if I was talking about a number of people leaving, or I use the letter E for females. Well, I think that's it for another video. I hope I have helped you understand the subjunctive a little bit more, and thank you for watching.